Stories of Great Christians. From the Department of Broadcasting of the Moody Bible Institute, we're bringing you Chapter 18 of God's Ebony Scientist, the story of George Washington Carver.
Yes, come right in, Carver.
Afternoon, Dr. Washington.
Sit right down, Carver. Want you to meet Dan Bridgeforth. This is George Washington Carver.
Well, how do, G.W.?
Are you visiting our campus, Bridgeforth?
Well, no, not exactly. You tell him, Booker T.
Just added Dan Bridgeforth to the staff, Carver.
Congratulations, Bridgeforth. You love Tuskegee. What's your field?
Well, you see, sir, it's this way.
Dan's field is agriculture.
I see.
Now, you just leave out the long words, Booker T. You just say that I'm a farmer.
Well, I'm delighted. Guess you know that's my field, too.
Well, Booker T was just telling me.
Then we'll work together, I imagine.
Well, I imagine so.
Say, maybe you're the man who can solve a tricky problem I ran into with a velvet bean.
Carver, Dan is not a theorist.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. I just can't sit still long enough. I got to have me some action.
Carver, Dan is going to be in your department.
I see.
I hired him as your assistant.
My assistant? I didn't know. I mean, why, this is great. I'm delighted.
Naturally, when a new man comes, there has to be a reshaping of the department.
I'm sure that wouldn't hurt us. Anything you...
Now, Dan here has the reputation of being a real dirt farmer.
Well, you might say, G.W., you see, I like to see the results.
He's a go-getter with a top-rate record for producing.
That's great. Right now, I'm experimenting with...
Dan wouldn't be interested in experimenting. I'm putting him in charge of raising crops.
This is quite a change.
You're still in charge of the department, Carver. Of course you are. You see, Dan's strong point is practical farming.
Results.
We're glad to have you here, Bridgeforth. I know I'll enjoy working with you.
Of course you will, Carver. Have no doubt about that. Well, I guess that winds up our conference for the day. Imagine you have things to get back to in the lab, Carver.
Yes. Oh, yes, of course. I'll be getting back. Come along, Bridgeforth.
Well, I just thought
I'd like to show you around. There's a lot to see.
Don't wait for him, Carver.
Oh, no. Better not wait.
You see, I want to go over something with Dan. The egg production. I want to see if maybe a new man can find a reason for our constant losses.
The story behind all of this is not exactly pleasant, is it, Professor?
Well, Dr. Washington was disgusted because I couldn't pull up egg production.
This Bridgeforth, your new assistant, was he your kind of man?
He called himself a go-getter. Said he didn't theorize because he couldn't sit still long enough.
From the start, it looked like trouble.
Oh, emphatically, yes.
Well, you want to see me, G.W.?
Shh.
Well, what's the matter?
Almost morning. Shh. I'm concentrating.
Hey, now you want to see me, or don't you?
Yes. 1 minute, Bridgeforth.
Now, look here, G.W. I came all the way in from the fields because you asked to see me. Now, I want to know what it is
you did it. It's spoiled.
I wasn't even near your smelly old mess.
You interrupted me. I was concentrating.
Well, sir, I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind, Bridgeforth. What is it?
You wanted to see me, G.W. Now, I come in from the fields to talk to you. Now,
Yes,
I want
of course. Wait till I turn this off. Here, set this pan back. Let's sit down. How'd you like a cup of tea?
I ain't got no time for no tea. Now, I want to get back to the fields. Now, what was it?
Just this, Bridgeforth. I know I've been busy in the last few weeks with my lab work. I haven't been overseeing what you've been doing as a good director should.
Is that all? Well, don't worry about that, G.W. I can take very good care of all the fields.
Well, that's just it, Bridgeforth. Finding a little time to look into things, I discover I'm not entirely pleased.
You're not?
I think you're using too many teams out there in your field.
Too many teams?
Yes. 6 teams are entirely too many.
What do you know about teams?
Oh, a good deal.
Cooped up in a smelly old lab all day? What do you know? What do you know about plow teams?
Bridgeforth, maybe you only see me working in the lab, but I know the theory of farm work, and 6 teams
Theory is no good. It's the results that count.
Before you came, I did the plowing. I didn't use 16s.
And you didn't get no results, neither.
Bridgeforth?
All I know is what Booker T tells me. He likes results, too.
Bridgeforth, I say 6 teams are too many.
And I say they are not.
I'm still in charge here.
Theoretically, yes.
I'm in charge straight down the line. I'm the director. You're assisting me. Remember that.
You want those teams out of the fields?
Yes.
Then you are crazy.
I want more than that, too. I want a civil tongue in your head. I'm your boss.
And Booker T is your boss.
Dr. Washington won't tolerate rudeness from an assistant.
Other things that he just won't tolerate either.
Insinuations are childish.
Booker T will decide who's going to be childish.
What do you mean?
Just what I said.
This is a department squabble.
Are you a little bit scared,
Oh,
GW?
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm fed up with your rudeness and insults.
Then why don't you just go tell Booker T?
Because I have patience that we can work it out between ourselves.
Another experiment, huh?
Maybe, but I have something else, too. Faith that God will help us work it out. Josh, sit down with me. Have a cup of tea. We'll sit and watch the sunset together.
Don't mind if I do, Professor. What's got you down, Professor?
Oh, Josh.
Is it the sweet potato paste?
No, Josh, the sweet potato paste is coming along fine.
Not the velvet bean crop?
Oh, Josh, no. Velvet beans are better than ever this year.
It's Mr. Bridgeforth.
Yes.
It isn't working out the way you thought.
I've prayed. I've been patient, but he's still rude, overbearing, unmanageable.
What are you going to do?
See Dr. Washington.
But, Professor, you said...
I know. But, Josh, it's come to this. I can't direct this department with Bridgeforth as my assistant anymore.
I wish you wouldn't see Dr. Washington, Professor.
Josh, I have to. Something has to stop these insults, this rudeness, this...
Yeah, but Dr. Washington...
He's the only one that can remedy things.
Sure, he can remedy, all right. But, Professor...
Well, Josh?
Chances are you just might not like his remedy.
I'll be frank with you, Carver. Very frank.
Say anything you want, Dr. Washington. This personnel problem has me at my wit's end.
You come in here blaming Bridgeforth right and left.
The man's been insolent, rude, refuses to be disciplined.
Maybe so, but don't overlook the fact he has produced.
But at the cost.
Listen to me, Carver. You blame Bridgeforth. I say the matter is your fault.
My fault?
A department director has to know how to govern subordinates.
Oh, I've tried everything.
If he can't, that's weakness. Now, you shouldn't bring this trouble to me.
There wasn't anything else I could...
Why not sit down and talk this out with Dan?
Oh,
not me.
He's rude.
Tell him that. Tell him he's insolent. He'll tell you some things, too.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
When it's all over, you'll feel better for it. Both of you.
That's your remedy?
Yes, it's the only one. Talk it out.
Like I say, I'm glad you called me in, Booker T. I've been wondering if you got the whole story.
What you just told me sheds new light on it, Dan.
Oh, sure it does.
I thought it was just a little inter-department fuss. It's more serious than that.
Oh, sure it is.
Dan, what's your solution?
Booker T, like you know, I'm a practical man. I don't talk theory and fancy phrases much. Like our friend...
And you get results.
Oh, thank you. Now, as I see it, quick action and fast action's the only remedy.
Go on, I'm listening.
And not just a half-hearted kind of action, but something that takes the bull by the old horns.
Mm-hmm.
It shakes things up and sets them right again, all in one big blow. Mixing metaphors, but you know what I mean.
Generally, yes. But get specific, Bridgeforth. What do you suggest I do to settle the Department of Agriculture?
Well, Booker T, it's this here way. You got a pencil and some paper? Thanks. Now...
Carver, if you'll hand me that pencil and paper and draw your chair over to this side of my desk, I think I can explain the new setup. Fine. Now then, Carver, as I see it, We'll set up this experimental station, calling it just that.
Say, that's great. Answer to prayer. We've needed a station for years.
I'm putting you in complete charge.
Complete charge? Dr. Washington, I never expected this.
You'll supervise the writing and editing of all our bulletins for the farms.
Oh, good.
See to the circulation of them, then give the rest of your time to experimentation with food.
The rest of my time? You mean I'll be free to do some
Carver, you'll be as free as the wind to do any experimenting you choose out there.
Oh, here's Bridgeforth.
Dan, come in. Take a chair.
Afternoon, G.W.
Bridgeforth.
Just explaining to Carver about the new setup.
Oh, well, what's he think?
Oh, it's an answer to prayer.
It is.
I haven't quite finished, Dan. Now then, as you can see on this paper, because you'll be way out here in the station, we're shifting Dan around and giving him your old office.
I see.
We're going to call you the dean of the department, Carver.
Dean?
And to ensure that you don't have your time eaten into, we're going to call Dan the director.
The director?
So we don't have to change the sign on your old office door. You see?
Director?
Means he'll handle the teaching assignments, also the poultry business.
He'll handle the department.
The messy end of things, yes. The part you've never been able to,
He'll be my boss.
Well,
I'll be his assistant.
No, Dean. That's what you'll be.
Bridgeforth is the director of the Department of Agriculture.
Right.
I work under him.
Yes, but I wouldn't say work under him.
Thank you, Dr. Washington. Thank you for nothing.
Hey, Professor, glad you came over.
Oh, hello, Josh.
What's wrong? Hey, what are you doing?
Gathering up some of my things, that's all.
Huh? Listen, Professor, this morning you got a letter, and is it important?
A letter?
From Germany?
Oh, tell me later, Josh.
It's important. They want an answer right away. They want to know what's the best kind of cotton to grow in Africa, in the German colonies.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
What do you think of that? Germany. Want me to answer it for you?
No.
Won't take me long. You tell me what to write, and I'll...
No, Josh. There'll be no more recommendations from this lab under my signature.
What? Hey, Professor, come back here.
Dr. Washington, the first part of your arrangement is ideal, but the thought of working under Bridgeforth has galled my spirit. My dignity has been injured, and the plan is absolutely unsatisfactory to me. Therefore, there is nothing left for me to do. I hereby tender my resignation from Tuskgee Institute.
And so we conclude Chapter 18 of God's Ebony Scientist, the story of George Washington Carver. Stories of Great Christians is produced by the Department of Broadcasting of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago.